Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome to episode 11 of our Simply Magic 2 Let's Play. We've got our cobbleworks set up here, so we need to pretty much work on the next phase of the cobbleworks. Right now it's not really a smart system. I don't have it automatically pulling in my gravel and sand and everything to put it in here. I'm still manually placing it. The reason I'm holding off on that is I want to be able to have a shut-off, and in order to do that, I need to get started on Corporea. So let's go ahead and figure out what we can do to automate Botania. But first, we have a little bit of cleanup here. Gotta love Moonstone. It's used for a grand total of probably about like 3 things, but it's putting holes everywhere. So got some dirt here. I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much fill in all the holes I can find. I've got, oh, there we go. Spell wore off. I've been kind of digging it up as I see it, but I've still got all these little holes. Each time it hits, it digs a little 2x2 area here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean these up and then get back on Botania. So Corporea. Got a couple steps before we can get there. The most notable one is I need to actually get to Alfheim. Haven't even done that yet. So let's look at our generating floor. These are our options for mana generation. So Endoflame, we got a couple of those ready, I think 7 of them over there. Entropinium, which goes off of TNT, so I'd need to automate the production of that, which I don't know that I really have a good way of getting the gunpowder without really complicated blood magic. Gomarillus, it's a pretty good bet, a little overdone. We'll have to see that. That's, throw food at it. Easy enough to automate. I can use blood magic to harvest a pretty large area and use Ars Magica to accelerate it. Hydrangeas, I think these ones actually will decay after a while. Yeah, will decay after 1 hour of real world time. So not really gonna use that. Munchdew, I don't have a tree farm yet. I don't really need a tree farm at the moment, but we'll get there eventually. I don't know if I'll use Munchdew for it though. Narslimus, that one's really good on especially skyblock maps, because there's no other spawning areas. So if you have your main spawn area be a bunch of slime little islands down below you, you can get a ton of mana from that. It's a little broken. We do actually have a couple slime chunks around us. I do occasionally find slimes below us in the mines there, so that's an option. Rose Arcana, need to have some sort of XP farm for this. I don't really have a good way of generating XP at the moment. I just have a lot, but I haven't ever used it. And Thermal Lily using lava. Thermal Lily is pretty easy to do with blood magic. I can place lava with that. I haven't really used that one before. I think what we're going to do for now is start off with just a couple Gomarillus. Like I said, it's pretty easy to automate. Won't take up too much room. Once I get to the Alfheim portal and open all that and see what my options are there, I might revisit what my mana generation is. So let's see, Gomarillus. Flip through here. What do I need? Fire and summer. So, okay. Let's just do it this way. Rune. Here we go. Summer. This one here, which is earth and air, and most especially sand, slime, and melons. I think I have some melons. Where did I put my food? What's it here? Oh wait, that one's actually in the compacting drawer. Or at least the plan is to do that. Do I not have melons? I don't know if I have any melons. Let me look around a bit. I apparently really do not have any melons. I have 60 melon seeds though, so that'll work. I'm just going to put them down here. This isn't going to be a permanent farmland area, it's just kind of, it's what I've got. I'm going to move, like I said, all my automation is going to be inside here. This isn't actually even going to be automated, it's simply, I need melons so I can make, my automation. So I'm going to grow these, and then get those, and gather the materials to make those runes. So this whole time I've been looking for sand, because I need that for the Rune of Summer here, 2 things of sand. I keep looking here, and it still says 0. Like, okay, that's weird, I just threw 6 stacks of gravel in, why do I have no sand? And then I forgot, sand compresses, and I threw it over here. Yeah, I've got a lot of sand. Alright, back to making the materials. I literally just finished filling you in. At some point I need to make the flicker that will basically channel all those to land in the same spot. They can actually land on obsidian as well. Normally they can only land on grass here. I think the official wiki says that it's something like it'll land on the top of the surface in whatever biome you're in. So I guess it could be like snow or something as well. But yeah, it can land on grass or obsidian. So I'll need to make a landing zone for all those. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. Anyway, let's go ahead and sleep. Just because I don't want to have to fight these guys. It's more of an annoyance than anything at this point. I finally got a couple melons. So hurry up and die. Go away. Go away. Go away. Come on. There we go. I just saw a creeper out of the corner of my eye. Oh, he's way over there. Okay. So the system here is just kind of, I've been throwing coal at this as I walk around. The cool thing with the second tier runes here is they don't actually use these runes. So you really just need one of each to be able to make that second tier. My kind of usual method with this is I make more than one at a time. They're kind of an annoying thing to make, but you only really have to make them, if you make a lot of them, you only have to really make it once. So let's throw 2 of these and 1 of you. You'll go ahead and make some runes of summer. Let me go, I forgot my wand and some living rock. I'm also kind of going through and swapping out most of the stone for the dark stone here. I still need to put some texture on it, of course, but for now I at least want the right color on the walls. Let's see, living rock. Grab a stack of you, don't need that much. And let's run upstairs. Let's see, where did I put that? Oh, right. I put all my tools in here so that I always remember and have them on me. One in the forest. Let's go ahead and break you. One of the suggestions that was given in the comments there was to make the Hand of Ender from Botania, which will let me remotely access my Ender chest. Definitely going to be in the plans here. However, still need all of this stuff first. Let's see. Clear out that a little bit. Drop you on top. Right click. Oh, right. Helps to actually aim it. Full you. You're pretty full. Alrighty, I'm going to make a couple of these, and let's see. I think I only need 1 of these per. I don't remember what the other. Let's see. What was it? Gormorillus. Gormorillus. And I need Rune of Fire for the other one. So I'm going to make quite a few of these. At least have, like I said, a small army of these. Probably 3 or 4. It's going to be good for a while. But yeah, I'm going to make up a bunch of these, and I'll be back. And last one. We have 3 Gormorillus now. So my plan right now is not actually to automate any sort of real food production. Mostly because I have a food source that I don't really use much. I have, let's see, 96 stacks of rotten flesh in here. I might as well just burn through that. I don't really have a use for that. So what I can do actually is set up just droppers on, oh, I only need 1 stack. I'm just going to set up droppers on a timer. I think about 3 seconds is enough that it'll be pretty much perfect. I've got 3 mana spreaders here, so it should be good. Let's grab a couple redstone here. I don't think it needs to be a dispenser, which is kind of more annoying to make. Let's go with vanilla droppers here. There you go, 3 of those. And next up, let's get, oh, not sure what I hit. Oh, hit F11. Be right back. Well, that was annoying. Anyway, I was about to type here. Let's go ahead and make a, if I can remember what it's called, magic hourglass. Oh, that's from DecoCraft, so that's probably not going to work. Ancient hourglass, not really sure what that does, but it's from Root, so we'll get there eventually. Hovering hourglass. 4 gold, 2 mana glass, and a mana steel ingot. I think I have mana. Do I have mana steel in here? Yes. Probably just have 1. Nope, only need. For some reason it does it. There we go. Just 1. Let's get 4 of you. Do 4. And some glass, which I should have a decent amount of now. 2. You know what? Let's get a couple of this. I'm I'm gonna probably make a couple of these. Well, no, I'll just make one for now. Redstone. 2 red. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and run down to pick up. Is there a skeleton on top of my mushroom there? Well, let's go ahead and sleep. Yep. Die. And let's toss our glass in. There we go. 6. Good enough. And let me throw that back into my spellbook here. I was trying to move my storage drawers around. The problem is if I move them, then it'll be unlocked when I place it down, and it'll just fill with all the material that's kind of stacking up here. Got too much of this. I don't want 2 different drawers full of that material, and haven't figured out places where I want the rest of these yet. Anyway, let's go ahead and make hovering hourglass. Just need 1. I do need... Why'd you move? That was weird. I do need 3 sand, I think was... Right, sand still isn't there. I need to move that. Sand. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Yeah, let's grab... I have like 3 stacks of redstone on me. Redstone. Got my Gomaryllis, got my spreaders. I need some mana pools. Let's grab a stack of that. And make 1, 2, 3. Yeah, double click. Why aren't you working? There we go. Apparently. Oh, right. So I hadn't actually opened up my Lexica Botania until this episode. So now I'm finally getting all of the achievements that I'd get for progressing through Botania normally. Yeah. Let's go over here. And I need to figure out a place of where I want this. So I've got kind of my blood magic, my processing over here. This section here is going to be for power generation for Ars Magica. Let's see. Really, I've got the whole area chunk loaded, so it doesn't really matter where it is. Let's just... It's going to be a pain to have to send it all the way over. I need to figure out how to properly divide this area. I'm good at making like big empty spaces, but I don't know how to divide it and make it feel like it's, you know, actually used. But anyway, let's go ahead and place a mana pool here. Mana pool here. I'm going to put a couple spaces between it because I don't want them to accidentally eat the other stuff here. So yeah, that's facing this way. Place you there. Place you there. And our 3 Gomarylli. And go away light. Let's place a new light there. Okay, so we've got our 3 Gomaryllis set up. Let's place our spreaders, or our dispensers here, droppers, whatever. And last, let's go ahead and... I've been using this a lot. Let's just place redstone on top. 3, there we go. There we go. And last but not least, let's place you here. Actually, no, not right there. Let's place you here. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I can send the materials from below. And where's my hourglass? Place you there. And with that, 3. Cool. That should all work. I think that one would have worked, but for some reason didn't click. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab a couple stacks of the rotten flesh. Actually, if I have... Let me check if I have this. Do I have 3 output? I do have 3 output routing nodes. Perfect. And I'll grab a couple routing nodes, regular ones. Got my node router, and I don't have any filters. I have 3 filter parts. That works. I think I needed glass and sticks for that. Let's place you in the middle. You here and here. Did I get that right? No, I'm probably off by 1. There we go. Awesome. You here. Awesome. Have that set up. Oh, froze there for a second. Precise item filter. Let's grab a little bit of rotten flesh. Now we can run downstairs. And these don't really have a range limit on them. Let me swap this over to the right stuff. Celtic, there we go. And where's a nice place? Might as well put it just in line with this guy here. And let's go ahead and fly. I've got decent storage space, but I don't have really any room to put my tools and stuff. Okay, those are linked together. Let's know. Actually, they're not linked, they're just there. Link you with you. And you with, if I can get it before my time runs out. Perfect. Yeah, it's not too far away. Okay, let's see. The one on this rail here is my output line. So let's link you to, it doesn't exist yet. Let's go ahead and dig down. Break. It's because the, I'm not sure which of the settings it was. It definitely increases my frame rate, but it does have a little bit of lag before it finishes rendering things properly. Output routing node goes here. You get a, going up, you get a precise filter, and that will be rotten flesh. Cool. Let's link you, at which point you should now be filling up. Awesome. In fact, that is now working. So I can go ahead and link the rest of these up. Place, actually, you know what? I don't like having empty space, so we're just going to fill this in. Because why not? And let's place you here. What I should have actually done is just linked these to each other. Yeah, let's do that. Can I reach you? You're in the way. Okay. Link you to fill you in. Place you there. Place you here. Before I link it though, I need to set... Well, that was fun. Pro tip. Don't accidentally use your scroll wheel to move the filter into a blood magic thing. Hopefully that shouldn't cause any problems. I think it's just crashing just real quick there. Otherwise, I may have a little bit of work ahead of me to get my world back, but that's no big deal. I've done that before. Let's see if the world comes up. Building terrain. There we go. Although apparently my audio is set to not go to my headphones, it's set to my computer. I'll be right back on that one. Alrighty, F3T to the rescue. Alright, where was I? You don't want to link you together. Setting node location, there we go, okay. Place you back, place you back. You're placed, yes. Place you, open you, and let's place you in here. Going up. Up, and rotten flesh. Cool. Now we can link you. Let's link together, let's double check that. Awesome. Let's connect you again. Place this in, place this in. Oh. Stairs. And last routing node here. Open you up. Go to the up selection. Place in our filter, place in what we're actually filtering, and link you. Awesome. Dropper, you should be getting filled. Oh. Why are you not getting filled? I wonder if you can not keep up. I don't know what the max speed on this thing is and how many items it can process at a time. If it's limited to only 8 per like cycle thing, that's gonna get annoying really quick because that's gonna be way too slow for me. Go ahead and fill up. You're still not filling. Or are you? Come on, hurry up. Well, the good news is I'm getting tons of mana out of this. These are kind of slowly filling up, but they are filling up constantly. I had checked before, 3 seemed to be a good timer on this to make it be pretty much constant and not really wasting any. Okay, so now you're filling. Okay, so That should work. Let's see, I've got 9, 18, 27 stacks being used here. Wow, it's like about a third of my rotten flesh. Not too bad though. The reason I have so much of that, hello, there we go. Always renders weird when I first load in. The reason I have so much of that is because since I have zombie spawners under here, this thing is just filling, that's where that one went. This is just filling up with rotten flesh. Need to find a use for my string as well, because this is overflowing with string at times. Yeah, so that's making lots of rotten flesh for me. I now have decent amount of mana. This is pretty much just going to be automatic. I'm gonna, once I have the materials, I will link these together with the sparks and stuff. But for now, let me come back. I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. I do need Terra Steel before I can really do anything else in Botania. I do want that to be able to be automated. I'd kind of like to not have to move it once I set it up. So it'll probably be somewhere in this area here, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. I'll do a little bit of designing here and come back to you. And with a little bit of sloppy redstone, we have made it less wasteful. Now, if any of these are full, actually almost full, I have it set to be one less. So if any of these are almost full, then it will shut off the entire system by basically sending a single, one more pulse to everything, just a constant on. That should make it, actually let me double check that would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, perfect. Yeah, so basically the way this works is the comparator reads how much mana is in here. If it has any signal going out, which since it has a signal going into the side at power 15, it has to have at least 15 in here, which will be pretty much full. Then it'll start sending out a signal. Redstone repeater basically enforces that to be max, which actually isn't really even necessary here. A little bit is. That'll put a signal onto this block here, which will then send redstone signal back to the main thing over here. The way that works then is it'll just have a solid on, so it doesn't matter if this guy keeps clicking, it's just going to be solid on at that point anyway, and it won't pulse anymore. Until I'm now then lower once I use up the mana. I can actually pretty much use the system anyway once I have it hooked up to the sparks as well, because then I'll have my main storage battery of mana pools, and then once that's full, then these will start filling up. And so then once they're full again, then it'll shut down the whole system, and I'll be saving myself, you know, all this extra rotten flesh that I'm running low on. So I think that's a pretty good system. It's not very fancy, it's just kind of wire kind of thrown just on top of it, but hey, it works. Next up in our quest to automate all the things is Terra Steel. In order to make this, I need to get the terrestrial agglomeration plate, which as you can see needs each of the runes. So I went ahead and crafted a bunch of those. I just made, I think, about 10 of each. Oh, I guess I only left my 2 air. Went ahead and made those, grabbed all of that, and I think I still need to make, need a block of mana steel, which shouldn't be too hard. I've got a ton of mana outside there, and of course, even more down here. It's been going for a little while. I think I'm down to 48 stacks of the rotten flesh up in my storage. It's a little bit noisy down here, but that's okay. I think I can, there might be some sort of sound muffler. I'm not sure if I have that in this pack. Let's go, it's right here actually. My crafting table upstairs. Go ahead, put all these in here, and the terrestrial agglomeration plate. Now I can never remember if I need, do I have any stone on me? No, I can get stone though. I can never remember if I need, is it 5 lapis or 5 living rock? Because you need, it's a 3x3 structure, but I can never remember which is which. Let's go ahead and grab that. No, I'm running low on gravel. I'm just going to throw this in here. There you go. Ah, magnet's picking it up. Alrighty, let's run over here and go upstairs and grab some living rock. I'm still not really sure where I want this. I think I am going to just kind of go with placing it down nearby, and then I'll deal with it later. Throw you in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm going to make... Actually, I don't need the runes anymore. Spark. What do we need to make a spark? Blaze powder, I've got that. Petals, I've got that. And gold, I've got plenty of that. I'm going to make a couple of those as well, actually, right now. What am I looking for? I always forget where I put things. How much blaze powder do I have? Only 2 here. And let's see, blaze rods, 18. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That will get me 5 sets. Gold is what I needed over there, actually. I've been kind of, instead of growing these flowers properly, what I've been doing is just planting a single petal, and then you can bone meal it, get a tall flower, hit that with shears, and then that breaks into 4 petals. So by taking not a whole lot of materials, you can basically get about a couple stacks of petals pretty quickly. That's more than I need. And I need gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Like I said, every so often it does like a double click there. I'm gonna shift click you. There we go. 5 sparks. Don't actually need all 5 at the moment. Do I have everything else I need? Oh. Let's actually let's get the ingredients for the actual thing itself. 2, 3. What else do I need? I need diamond and I need mana steel. 1, 2, 3. Let's not click with that just to be safe. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and make that into the mana versions. For now, I'm just kind of checking to see which is the fullest and using that first. 3 of those, 3 of those, 3 of those. Now, let's see. Let's place this here. And let's just clear out a little area real quick. I'll center it. 1, 2, 3. And I'll probably do this backwards because I can never remember. If it doesn't work one way, then I'll just move it around the other way. I think I did actually get this backwards. Place you on top. Got a spark there. Spark on you. Spark on you. And spark on you. Now let's go ahead and turn off my ring, just so it doesn't fly, so it doesn't grab all these parts. Drop you, drop you, drop you. Does that work? Nope, I got it backwards. Cool. Easy enough to fix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need this is the other way. Where'd my other living rock go? Oh, there it is. See, I knew I grabbed 5 of each. And 4 of these on the sides here. Okay, this should work now. You. There we go. And should have plenty of mana. I think he uses about half a pool for this. I've definitely got more than half a pool at the moment. Yeah, I can make another. You, and you. Now, next up, I'm going to start needing the Alpine portal itself. For that, I need pylons. Natura pylons, which of course use Terra Steel, and mana pylons, which are just, regular materials. Cool. Now my question is, I wonder if I have enough to make a third one of these. I don't actually need that much at the moment. Yeah, I've got at least a third, or got at least a half a pool here. You. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and gather up the materials to make the portal. Should have all the materials I need now. Let's go ahead and make 2 mana pylons. Then let's turn those into Natura pylons. Do those. We also need 3 of this glimmering living wood. And I need an elven gateway core, which is just Terra Steel and living wood. I have my living wood, I have my gateway core, I have everything I need. I need 2 more of these. 2 more mana pools. So the multi-block structure has kind of changed a little bit. The actual locations of the 2 mana pools and all that isn't as important anymore. But I'm still going to do it kind of where it's always been. This block right here isn't necessary, but I needed some block replacing it, so I'm just going to do it like that. Oh, that doesn't go there. Want one of you here. Then place you, glimmering on the edge, living wood here, glimmering living wood, regular, And now let's just break out these corners. Okay, there's the portal itself. And let's go ahead and make our mana pools. I'm just going to place it like right there, actually. Make it a bit thinner. Kind of a temporary setup. I want to be able to automate this as well, and I simply don't have enough room to automate it in this area. But not a huge issue. Let's see, I need you to be able to take mana. Just gonna fill up these mana pools and I'll be right back. Otherwise, we'll just be sitting here waiting. Everything should be ready. If I recall, this was changed. It doesn't require a constant stream of mana anymore. It's pretty much a per item mana charge. It does require some to open it, of course. So let's go ahead and open it up. World calling. Awesome. So let's start off by throwing the Lex Botania through here. Comes back, and it's now the Elven Knowledge version. We'll read that later, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First off, what I want is 5 of these pixie dust, because we're going to make some spark augments. We're going to start off with Recessive, which is just Runes of Earth, Mana Steel, and Pixie Dust. We want 3 of those, and we want 2 Dominant. The reason for this, we're going to start, let's place the Recessive on these guys. What that's going to do is they will then drain to any nearby sparks, which currently is none of them. And then we're going to place sparks on these. So this will now start drawing mana. Where's the spark? Okay, floating there. We're going to put Dominant on these. Right now it's not even really needed. Can I put you on here? No, I probably have to... Oh, that's annoying. I'm going to have to probably break that, which is going to break that. It'll probably cost me mana. Oh well. Let's break you. Oh, I didn't close it. Okay. Dominant. And let's place our mana pylon back. Okay. Break you. And do the same thing over here. These are now both going to start charging up from the 3 ones over here. Let's place you back. Hopefully you should be within range. I think it's all within range of each other. This guy here. Yeah, that connected over there. So is to this guy. Fell down here. Should have 2 lines coming off you. Connect. Yeah, so it does connect. I was worried that the 3rd one over there wouldn't be able to reach this guy. So that's pretty much done. These mana pools over here should start draining. Not sure why they're not. And then these ones should be filling. So let me double check that. I don't see my pixels going up. That's odd. I started filling. I did put Dominant on there, right? Yeah. Okay, well, let's try putting like a middleman type thing. Where do I want these? Just place them here. I'm good at aiming. Let's place you right here. I only have 3 more sparks. That's okay. These will start filling, which will then start spreading to these guys. Okay, that's weird that it didn't automatically transfer it directly from the Recessive to the Dominant. It has to go to the middle ones first. So, okay. What that's going to do is going to keep these ones full at all times. These ones will then fill up as kind of a storage, like a battery type thing. These should all be empty pretty much at all times. It's going to just chew through all the rotten flesh that I have, but that's okay. I can swap that out for an actual proper food once this runs out. I'm going to have to go check how I'm doing on that. Probably down to like 30 stacks or so. Which, you know, is still a ton. But at that we have the Elven Portal is now set up. We've got 22 stacks of rotten flesh left here. We've got Elven stuff, which means we can now get to Corporea. In order to get that, I need more Ender Air bottles. Oh, also more sparks apparently. So I'm gonna, I think, figure out how many of these I want for now. I do want to do quite a lot with Corporea. I need pretty much each of these for some things. The Corporea crystal cubes, these are going to be what's outputting my signal to turn off my machinery. The corporeal index here is going to be how I'll just request my items from my system. And then the various things like the funnel especially, actually pretty much all these will be used at some point. So let me go ahead and figure out my material situation and I'll be back. Next, for a real quick little tool I was wanting to make, the Hand of Ender. I'd actually thought this needed the Alpine portal. Apparently nope, it's a pretty simple recipe. I need to make an ender chest first though. So let's make our second ender chest. Throw this in here, and there we go. I keep leaving this, well, I keep forgetting where I leave it is the problem. So let's go ahead and open it. Yeah, I can get all my materials out of here. Let's grab the keystone rune, the rune bag. Let's throw all this junk in here. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you for a while, don't need you. Yeah. And I'm going to head over to the end. I made 3 stacks of glass bottles here. I'm going to go ahead and fill that up with ender air. Went ahead, made the 3 stacks of ender air bottles, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of the changes I've made to my base. First off, I've got this color wall in. I don't have any details on it yet, so it's just going to be big flat walls for now. I'll put in like windows and stuff. I want this to be, I've got kind of plans. I'm going to have some pillars and windows and all sorts of cool little details in there. This beam along here, I think I'm actually going to raise it up by 1. I want it to be I want it to be kind of popping out from the ceiling, but it's a little short in here. So I'm going to have that, I think, up 1 higher. You can see I've put in the walls around the top floor here. This is going to be the library. I moved my enchanting up here. I'm going to have probably walls and walls of books with windows looking out around everything else. Let's turn our flight spell on. I also replaced all the walls down here. Again, no details. I'll be getting into that later. Probably continue the pillars, those pillars down here as well. More than just that single color, I'll figure out the details. And over here, the biggest changes are travel slash transport wing. We have down in the bottom floor here, we have the 2 portals still. Well, portal and gateway. We'll have a third, the abyssal craft portal I'll be putting over here. We've got kind of the recessed ceiling here. I'm going to put in another elevator like I have in the main shaft there. I'm actually going to probably move that one. So we'll have an elevator to pop up to the 2nd floor. And up here we have what's going to be for luminizers. Now luminizers, if you don't know, are from Botania. And the way they work is you basically chain them together. They have a range of, I think, 20 blocks or so. So what I'm going to have is various kind of stations around here that'll be basically just a little quick transport to and from the various other campuses I have. Well, not campuses, other buildings I have. Like I said, this is a campus for the Arcane University. So I'll have one that'll transport me over to the Blood Altar over there and back. You will take damage if you go through solid walls. So again, I'm going to have windows all along here. For now, I just wanted the actual shape. So that's kind of the basic shape. I'll probably have maybe a triangle roof type thing on these edge wings, and then the middle here is going to be a dome. It's going to be kind of my actual quarters are going to be living up here. I moved my bed down there, but I'll pop it up here once I get this top floor done, or at least once I have a floor in there. Yes, I've got quite a few things well, I fixed the coloring, is the main thing, and finished the walls, at least in the building of it. We're going to go and, like I said, I think I'm going to swap out this. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I might use metamorphic stone from Botania. The problem with that is I need to, automate the creation of the metamorphic stone. The gray here is probably going to go as well. I just wanted a different color. Yeah, so that's that. We did burn through all of my rotten flesh. All 90 some stacks of it are completely burnt up, which got me 4 full mana pools in storage. I've got these 2, which are just going to be sitting here. And I think there's a little bit left in these or something. But yeah, that's what 4 stacks of rotten flesh will get you. Not a whole lot. It's kind of a somewhat temporary. I'll use a similar setup. I'll just change the timer and put actual food into this. But we did use up all that. And a couple other just quick changes I had done. I put in the celestial prisms, a couple more of them, just to keep my power coming in. This is now at 100. It's been burning down, mostly because I have to smelt the destructive stone into polished destructive stone. it turns out it uses quite a lot of power to do that. Or at least it does when you're doing like 40 stacks of it. But let me know what you think about the base changes. I might swap out the floor material there for metamorphic stone as well, but I'll still be keeping the raw stone as kind of the pillars. I've got, in a creative world, I've got a sampling of that, so I think it looks pretty good. I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it as well. This needs to be finished, whatever. But yeah, let me know if you have any sort of feedback on the building here. I'm going to call it for an episode today. Let me know if you have positive or negative feedback on the video itself. I'd love to hear from you guys, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.